top news from BGI TV current. First are the major headlines. FG introduces 1,000 Naira annual fee for motorist proof of ownership. Why we must strengthen the rule of law, anti-graft, Abbas, Rep Speaker. IGP orders all police convoys to obey traffic rules. Palliative seclusion cost subsidy removal will be ready soon. And on sport, Super Eagles can win 2023 AFCON if Tijani Babangida. Now the news in detail. The federal government has introduced a new initiative requiring all motorists to pay an annual fee of 1,000 Naira for the proof of ownership certificate (POC) verification. Information report that the move aims to streamline and strengthen vehicle ownership verification. Starting from July 2023, the collection of this fee will be initiated by the Lagos State Government. During a joint press conference in Ikeja, Lagos, the Permanent Secretary of the Lagos Ministry of Transportation, Engineer Abdul Hafiz Toriola, announced the implementation of the initiative. Its purpose is to ensure compliance with the legal requirements outlined in the National Road Traffic Regulation 2012 as amended, number 101, volume 99, section 73, bracket 1, which states that there shall be proof of ownership certificate for all registered vehicles. Additionally, section 73.126 bracket mandates the establishment and maintenance of a central database for vehicles and drivers across the Federation. Toriola emphasized that the decision aims to track the real-time status and maintain the integrity of all vehicles registered under the National Vehicle and Identification Scheme (NVIS) database. To this end, the federal government has introduced the issuance of annual proof of ownership certificate for all registered vehicles. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has said unless the country strengthens its rule of law and fight against corruption, it will not make progress. He also called for the review of workers' salaries in the country. Abbas spoke at a reception organized in his honor by the Nigerian High Commission in London on Sunday night. A statement by his media aide, Musa Klishi, quoted the speaker as saying the laws of the country must be sought that ensures all Nigerians are treated equally irrespective of their status. He lamented the situation where some class of citizens commit crimes and go scot-free, while others are apprehended and persecuted. Unless we are able to strengthen our rule of law to make it a such way that it affects both the big and the small, and it doesn't look at the face of whoever is committing an offense, we will never go anywhere, he said. Moving on to the next story. The Acting Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Egbetokun, has issued a directive ordering all police envoys to henceforth, as a matter of compulsory, obey all traffic regulations. The IG gave the directive Monday during his meeting with the mobile police squadron and commanders at the force headquarters in Abuja. According to him, the force must lead by example if it is to command the respect of the general public. He therefore pledged to lead by example, promising to also observe all traffic regulations. Consequently, in line with my mission of building a rule of law, compliant police force, it is my directive that henceforth all police convoys on routine, non-emergency movement must obey traffic lights and other traffic rules. I pledge to lead by example in this regard. As you will be returning to your various bases, I wish you a safe journey and please be assured of my best wishes always. Speaking further, the IG also said the newly created Special Intervention Squad will comprise 40,000 specially trained officers selected from the pool of existing police mobile force personnel and all tactical units across the country. Going on to the next story. Governor Mohammed Umar Bago of Niger State has appealed to Nigerians to show understanding and confidence in the present administration at all levels as efforts have been made to roll out palliatives to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. In a Salah message by his chief press secretary, Bologi Ibrahim, the governor noted that economic difficulties occasioned by the removal of the fuel subsidy in the country. He advised the Muslim Ummah as they celebrate Eid al-Kabir to imbibe the virtues of love, obedience, and sacrifices as exemplified by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, as well as to use the occasion to deepen their faith and submission to the will of Allah. Bago charged them to remain devoted to their religion and show kindness and tolerance to foster harmonious coexistence. As we celebrate, show piety, make a personal sacrifice to the common goal and good and collective interest of the people, he said. He also wished all Nigerians on the pilgrims on a successful exercise and urged them to pray for peace, unity, and development in the state and be good ambassadors of the state while in the Holy Land of Mecca. From that story, we go to the next story. On Monday, Bamidele Amos, the NDLEA commander in Zamfara, expressed concern over increasing drug abuse among youth, revealing that more than 14 million Nigerians engage in substance abuse regularly. Mr. Amos said this at an event organized by the NDLEA Zamfara Command to mark the 2023 World Drug Day held in Gusau. The NDLEA commander said, as stakeholders, we must join hands to work against the evil act. As of 2021, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes reported that Nigeria has 14.3 million people between the ages of 15 and 64 abusing drugs. He added, I believe as of now in 2023, if we take another statistics, it will be higher than it was in 2021. Nigeria as a nation cannot allow things to continue that way. The anti-narcotic commander listed the consequences of drug abuse among youth, including cultism, antisocial behaviors, mental health challenges, crime, and criminal activities. Moving on to the next story. The Ogun State commander of the Amotekun Corps, David Akinremi, has died. Akinremi, a retired commissioner of police, was said to have died on Monday evening. Correspondent gathered that Akinremi had been nursing an undisclosed ailment for quite some time until the breath his last on Monday. Confirming his death, the commander of the Sose Corps, Soji Gonzalo, described Akinremi's death as a rude shock. Akinremi was in 2021 appointed by Governor Dapo Abiodun as a pioneer commander of the newly established Amotekun Corps. The Amotekun Corps, under his watch, worked with other security agents in their attempt to rid the states of crimes. Moving on to the next story. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arrested a fake senator, Ifechukwu Makwe, over alleged 5.7 million euros internet fraud. EFCC spokesman Wilson Uwajere said this in a statement on Monday. According to the statement, Mr. Makwe was arrested in the Buzape area of Abuja following credible intelligence about his internet-related fraud activities. Upon arrest, it was discovered that the suspect, bearing many aliases, Fahad Makwe, Senator Tompolo, Tom Makwe, Dr. Brand, the frauded a Spaniard of 5.7 million euros, said the EFCC. Makwe allegedly claimed to be a U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI agent and diplomatic solicitor, succeeded in defrauding his victim using fake identities. The Anti-Graft Commission added the suspect allegedly started defrauding the victim since 2013 when he first met her on social media. EFCC said the suspect will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. And to the next story on the world news. The Akwa Ibom Police Command at Ikot Akpanabia, near Uyo, the state capital, has arrested and detained a middle-aged man, Gabriel Okon Ekwiri, from Ekit Itam, Akpanobom community in Itu local government area, for allegedly trading off his 9-year-old son for 400,000 naira. Information gathered in his confessional statements are available to professor and prosecutor. The suspect admitted to the crime, blaming the excruciating economic hardship and the devil for pushing him into selling my son in order to take care of my economic challenges. The suspect, according to the police public relations officer, SP Odiko McDon, who said yesterday will soon be arraigned in court as the whereabouts of the child sold to an unidentified buyer in the States could not be ascertained, even as he assured that the perpetrators will be apprehended and made to face the law. The Commissioner of Police, Olatayo Durusimi, said he has been very worried over the sad incident, adding that some tactical operatives have been deployed with a view to rescuing the boy and suspect arrested. He said the CP has condemned the action of one Gabriel or born in Itu local government area for the act who sold his 9-year-old son for 400,000 naira. The CP noted that the act was barbaric and totally unacceptable. The suspect, who was arrested by the Quick Intervention Squad of the command, has confessed to the crime while blaming the devil and economic hardship for his action. From that story, we go to foreign story. The World Bank has approved a fresh 500 million US dollar loan for Nigeria to help improve the livelihood of women in Nigeria. Disclosing these in a statement, the World Bank said the World Bank has approved 500 million US dollar for Nigeria for Women Program Scale Up. This Scale Up financing will further support the government of Nigeria to invest in improving the livelihood of women in Nigeria. The Commission will also to ensure better economic opportunities for women, which is essential for addressing gender inequality, guaranteeing better education, health, and nutrition outcomes for families, and building women's and communities' resilience to climate change. According to the World Bank, women's empowerment is essential to their ability to build resilience to climate change and, by extension, the resilience of their households and communities. And to end the world news this hour is a sports story. Former Nigerian winger Tijani Babangida believes the current Super Eagles squad have what it takes to win the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. He made this known on the backdrop of the team's qualification to the biannual tournament, which will be hosted by Ivory Coast. Recall that Nigeria defeated Sierra Leone 3-2 in Monrovia, Liberia, thanks to a brace from Victor Osimhen and Kelechi Iheanacho. In the chat, Babangida said that the team has an array of talent capable of winning the tournament. I'm very optimistic the Super Eagles can win the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations if they truly approach it with the right mentality. The crop of players in the team are very talented and can withstand any team at the tournament. Yes, it won't come easy, but I believe we can claim the trophy. That ends the world news this hour. Before we go, some headlines. FG introduces 1,000 naira annual fee for motorists, proof of ownership. Why we must strengthen rule of law, anti-grafts. Abbas, Rep Speaker. IGP orders all police convoys to obey traffic rule. And on sport, Super Eagles can win 2023 AFCON if Tijani Babangida. Thank you for watching. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming for your screen. Once again, my name is Maudre Rabila Lawan. Good evening.